On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Vegan.
A person who does not eat or use any animal products, typically for ethical or environmental reasons.
Examples:
Raw food vegan. Vegan lifestyle. The vegan diet is based on plant-based foods.
Overused.
Used too often or too much, to the point of becoming cliched, lacking originality.
Examples:
Overused common. Overused cliche. The concept of time travel has become overused in science fiction and fantasy, with many movies and books exploring the idea.
Preach.
To deliver a religious or moral message to an audience.
Examples:
Preach the gospel. Preach to the masses. The pastor preached about the importance of forgiveness.
Confine.
To restrict the movement of someone or something.
Examples:
Confine themselves solely. Confine the scope of use. The animal was confined in a small cage.
Beak.
The hard and pointed or curved mouth of a bird.
Examples:
Sharp beak. A tip of the beak. The bird's beak evolves according to the type of prey it can take on the area.
Anesthetic.
A substance that is administered to a person or an animal to produce a loss of sensation or consciousness so that medical or surgical procedures can be performed without causing pain.
Examples:
Anesthetic injection. Local anesthetic. The dentist administered an anesthetic to numb the patient's mouth before the procedure.
Pollute.
To make an area or substance, such as land, air, water, etc., dirty or harmful to living things, by adding waste matter or harmful chemicals.
Examples:
Pollute the air. Pollute the thread. We should do our best not to pollute the environment.
Endanger.
To put someone or something in a risky situation.
Examples:
Endanger my health. Endanger a close relationship. Their actions endangered the lives of innocent people.
Incurable.
Not able to be cured, healed, or remedied, beyond recovery or redemption.
Examples:
Incurable patient. Incurable romantic. The patient was diagnosed with an incurable disease and given only a few months to live.
Intractable.
Difficult to manage or control, stubborn or obstinate.
Examples:
Intractable pain. Intractable situation. The intractable problem defied a solution.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Altruism.
The belief or practice of disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others, unselfish devotion to the welfare of others, often expressed as acts of kindness or charity.
Examples:
Acts of altruism. Altruism in society. His act of volunteering at the homeless shelter was a clear example of practical altruism.
Mindset.
The established set of attitudes or fixed ideas held by someone.
Examples:
Flexible mindset. The mindset in an education system. Countries whose goal is economic development often focus on fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in each individual.
Widen.
To become or make something broader, wider, more extensive.
Examples:
Widen in excitement. Widen a narrowed heart valve. He widened his investigation into a medical clinic.
Picky.
Overly particular or selective, especially about food or other consumable goods. Difficult to please or satisfy because of one's specific tastes or preferences.
Examples:
Picky personality. Picky about details. My picky eater only likes to eat certain types of vegetables.
Cultivate.
To prepare and foster land for growing crops or plants.
Examples:
Cultivate a field. Cultivate relationships. University is a great place to cultivate our minds and expertise.
Brew.
To make beer or tea by mixing a substance with hot water.
Examples:
Brew a cup of tea. Brew beer. I am going to brew some coffee this morning.
Irresponsible.
Not showing a proper sense of responsibility, not reliable.
Examples:
Irresponsible actions. Irresponsible behavior. It was irresponsible of him to drive home after drinking so much alcohol.
Contaminate.
To make something impure, unclean, or poisonous by contact or mixture.
Examples:
Contaminate with a disease. Contaminate his ego. We strive not to contaminate the environment when demolishing petroleum plants.
Cascade.
A small waterfall or series of small waterfalls, a succession of stages or operations or processes or units.
Examples:
Cascade connection. Transistor cascade. The cascade of waterfalls in the national park was a breathtaking sight.
Cripple.
To cause severe damage or injury that greatly impairs someone's ability to function or move, to weaken or undermine.
Examples:
Cripple economy. Cripple opposition. The injury was severe enough to cripple the athlete's chances of playing again this season.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Profuse.
Abundant or excessive in amount.
Examples:
A profuse perspiration. Profuse thanks. The flowers were profuse and created a colorful display in the garden.
Bystander.
A person who witnesses an event or situation but does not actively participate or intervene.
Examples:
Innocent bystander. Shocked bystander. The bystander effect is a phenomenon where people are less likely to intervene in an emergency if others are present.
Conflate.
To blend or fuse two or more things, often with the result of creating confusion or a loss of distinction between them, to mistakenly treat two separate entities as one.
Examples:
Conflate ideas. Conflate data. It's important not to conflate two issues when analyzing a complex situation.
Apathy.
Lack of emotion, concern, or enthusiasm.
Examples:
Apathy in the election. Political apathy. The global economic crisis has led to pervasive apathy and powerlessness.
Environmentalist.
A person who is concerned with and advocates for the protection of the natural environment.
Examples:
Dedicated environmentalist. An environmentalist political party. The environmentalist lobby changed the mindset of many conservative politicians.
Anti-slavery.
Opposed to, or prohibiting the practice of, slavery, equals the practice or system of owning, buying, and selling people as property and forcing them to work.
Examples:
Anti-slavery legislation. Anti-slavery activists. Her speech was filled with an anti-slavery message that resonated with the audience.
Feminism.
The belief in and advocacy of equal rights, opportunities, and treatment for all genders, particularly women, and the recognition of the systematic and cultural oppression of women in society.
Examples:
Radical feminism. Liberal feminism. She is a strong advocate for feminism and works tirelessly for women's rights.
Boycott.
To refuse to buy, use, or patronize a particular product or service as a form of protest or to bring about change. Noun, a deliberate and organized refusal to buy or use a product, service, or organization as a form of protest or to apply pressure for change.
Examples:
Boycott campaign. Boycott the discussion. Many people have decided to boycott the company due to their unethical practices.
Picturesque.
Visually attractive or charming, often in an idealized or rustic way, having qualities that make it pleasing or suitable for being pictured or photographed.
Examples:
Picturesque scenery. Picturesque countryside. We took a scenic drive through the countryside and stumbled upon a picturesque village.
Vaccinate.
To treat with a vaccine, usually by injection, to produce immunity against a disease.
Examples:
Vaccinate against scarlet fever. Vaccinate every year. The nurse vaccinated the children in the school.
Atrocious.
Shockingly bad or unpleasant, extremely cruel or brutal.
Examples:
Atrocious weather. Atrocious manners. The food at the restaurant was atrocious and lacked any flavor.
Contagious.
Able to be passed on to others through contact or proximity, especially by infection or disease.
Examples:
Contagious enthusiasm. Contagious virus. The disease is highly contagious and spreads quickly.
Build up.
The accumulation or increase of something over time.
Examples:
Lactic acid buildup. Huge military buildup. The buildup of stress over time can lead to health problems.
Fungus.
A type of organism that includes yeasts, molds, and mushrooms, which are heterotrophic, meaning they do not produce their food and must consume organic matter to survive.
Examples:
Fungus infection. Symbiotic fungus. Certain types of fungus can be toxic to humans, causing severe illness if ingested.
Louse.
A small, wingless insect that lives on the bodies of mammals and birds, often considered a parasite, a contemptible or despicable person.
Examples:
Pubic louse. Louse egg. The child was sent home from school because of a lice infestation caused by one louse.
Dismay.
A feeling of discouragement, distress, or anxiety caused by something unexpected or unwelcome, a sudden loss of courage or confidence.
Examples:
Flop down in dismay. Feel dismay. The employees expressed their dismay at the sudden announcement of massive layoffs.
Applaud.
To express approval of someone or something by clapping the hands.
Examples:
Applaud his courage. Applaud the orchestra. I enthusiastically applaud my rival's achievement.
Abolition.
The act of formally ending a system, practice, or institution, especially one that is considered unjust or harmful.
Examples:
Complete abolition. Total abolition of a law. The abolition of slavery was a major milestone in the history of the United States.
Unmitigated.
Absolute or unqualified, often used to describe something unpleasant, undesirable, or extreme, not moderated or softened in any way.
Examples:
Unmitigated disaster. Unmitigated failure. The CEO's unmitigated greed led to the company's downfall.
Catastrophe.
A sudden event that causes extreme ruin and misfortune.
Examples:
Catastrophe risk management. Avoid climate catastrophe. The lack of funds has resulted in a catastrophe for our university system.
Roadblock.
A physical barrier or obstacle that prevents progress or movement, a situation that impedes progress or creates difficulty in achieving a goal or objective.
Examples:
Biological roadblock. Bypass roadblock. The accident caused a roadblock on the highway, causing traffic to come to a standstill.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Dissonance.
A lack of harmony or agreement between people or things, a harsh or discordant combination of sounds.
Examples:
Cognitive dissonance. Musical dissonance. The dissonance between the two melodies created a sense of tension in the music.
Claw.
A curved, pointed appendage found on the foot or leg of an animal, used for gripping or grasping. A human hand with long, narrow fingers that are curved like a claw. A machine or tool with a claw-like opening used for gripping or lifting objects.
Examples:
Claw marks. Claw hammer. The bear used its claw to catch a fish in the river.
Subconscious.
Relating to or concerning the part of the mind that is not fully conscious, but still influences thoughts, feelings, and behavior.
Examples:
Subconscious influence. Subconscious behavior. The subconscious mind is said to hold our deepest desires and fears.
Mislead.
To cause someone to believe something that is not true.
Examples:
Mislead him into trusting her. Mislead the enemy. Our troops pulled back to mislead the enemy.
Carton.
A light box or container made of cardboard, typically used for packaging or storing items.
Examples:
Carton box. Empty carton. I need a carton of milk from the grocery store.
Exacerbate.
To make a situation, problem, or feeling worse.
Examples:
Exacerbate the situation. Exacerbate symptoms. The heat wave exacerbated the drought conditions.
Inflection.
A change in the pitch or tone of one's voice, a change in the form of a word to indicate tense, mood, gender, or other grammatical categories.
Examples:
Inflection in voice. Inflection pattern. The linguist studied the inflection of the language's inflection in speech.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
Empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Inhabitant.
A person or an animal that lives in a particular place.
Examples:
The early inhabitants of Europe. Inhabitant tax. His family is the oldest inhabitant of the island.
Bedrock.
The solid rock underlying soil or alluvium.
Examples:
Bedrock foundation. Bedrock geology. The bedrock beneath the soil is extremely solid and stable.
Unbridled.
Lacking restraint or control, unrestrained, unchecked, used to describe behaviors, emotions, or actions that are wild, excessive, or uncontrolled.
Examples:
Unbridled power. Unbridled creativity. Her unbridled enthusiasm for the project helped to motivate the team.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.